What's up, fellas? Back at it today, working on the Bobcat E32, doing the hydraulic fluid flush and filter change as well. Got it opened up here. This is the hydraulic filter. So you got to take this panel off. They're held on by four 15mm bolts. I'm not going to do an oil change. Bobcat was real smart by putting the oil filter back there, so that's fun. But we do it at the beginning of each season, and I think this thing has only run like maybe 20 hours this season, so as you can see, it doesn't get used often. The crankcase or case hydraulic filter is in here. It's pretty easily accessible. While you're in here, you should probably take a look at everything else. Looks like there's a little bit of a leak down there somewhere, and there is one here, but it looks like it's the other end of the piston. That's going to be a bear to get at, so that'll be fun. Anyway, there's a floor plate here that's not screwed down or bolted down or anything. It's just held on by friction. You got to use a little bit of a persuasion tool to get it out, because it gets seated in here pretty well. The hardest thing about this service is getting this damn thing out, the floor mat. That's a heavy duty floor mat. I mean, look at this thing. It's probably 1.25 inches tall. It's pretty tough. It's heavy. That's the floor plate. So anyway, I'm gonna get started here. So if you guys do any work around your house, on your car, this tool right here is literally a lifesaver. Telescoping mag, fellas. Before you take anything off, before you do anything, make sure you got the right part number. I mean, I did it against the website at Bobcat, but you never know. There's a drain hose here. That makes it easy. Probably should have turned the house before opening this up. Shit. Again, don't do what I do. Learn from my mistakes. Should have turned the house so that it's over there. The service end is over there. You could just drop right into the bucket, but I've got the forma funnel, so it's all right. On there tight, fellas. Maybe I should put my gloves on, huh? Alright, so I'm definitely doing something wrong, because that's just a trickle. Should be a lot more fluid coming out of there. Oh, it's kinked. Okay. The way that hose is routed inside the machine from the factory is kinked. So like that for a long time. It's its natural position. It's a little bit better. Hopefully you can see that. So that's a 15/16. Probably metric, but that was the closest thing I had to it. So it's probably like a 23 mil. Trusty old channel locks. I don't even know what you call these. What are these? 3000s? It's amazing how things go so easy when you have the right tools. trying to rush here or do multiple things at the same time, not necessarily rush. And yeah, there's a bunch of fluid that's going to come out with this filter, so just give it a minute, let this all drain out. So apparently there's a bleeder fitting that goes on a fitting that's back here. It's the same as this, and I thought I had ordered it because this other channel called Innovative, he had given a description for that fitting or that tool, whatever you want to call it, and I ordered it, but it's the wrong one. So I guess I'm out of luck with that. We'll have to see how it bleeds, how the air bleeds out of the system. So I'm really just draining this out of the reservoir, not the pistons or anything, so it's not really correct. Really should bleed this a different way. Disconnect the fitting, the hose from the thumb, put that in the bucket, turn the machine on, let the pump run. It's probably what I should have done. You know, I wish they made finding service information on this thing easier. The service manual for this machine is $166. It's a little steep, don't you think? I'm telling you guys, get the form funnel. Sorry fellas, I'm not sure where the POS GoPro left off. It overheated again, as usual. The camera's in the shade. I have no idea what the problem is. I mean, it's meant to be an action camera in all types of climate, so no idea. Anyway, I filled up the filter with fluid. You know, that's what we do on all of our engines, so I figured that's what we should do it. Hydraulic pump also. Pump is a type of motor, right? So anyway, that's what I just did. I think that's where it cut off. I labeled it today's date and the number of hours. Machine only has 802 hours on it, so not much use there for a 10-year-old machine. No, it's not for sale. Can't replace it. So anyway. Sorry, I had to cut that out there. You weren't able to see anything anyway. I had to get in there pretty deep, and the filter, case filter, was on there so tight. I mean, it's been on there for over 10 years now, so giant channel locks to the rescue again. If you haven't noticed the theme, this tool right here can make or break you. It's the biggest set of channel locks I've ever had. I've had 420s, which are small. These are 430s. For work, this is pretty much all I need. But for working on my truck, this machine, this thing is the best. Anyway, oh, it's gonna start raining, so that's nice. Again, you guys should always mark it with the date and the hours or mileage, whatever applies to your piece of machinery you're working on. There's actually a spot on here, I believe. On the hydraulic filter, there's a spot that you can write down the hours.